Hello everyone. This is going to be a bit new. First of all, I washed the tent yesterday and in the process ended up getting a rip where the poles go, and so I had to do some stitching. So I just stitched this side from here to here. It's not very pretty, but I really am not looking for pretty. And now I have to finish this little piece here because that's how big the tear on the other side was before I put it in the wash. And so I would have only had to stitch up this little bit like this. But unfortunately, I decided to throw it in the washing machine before doing that. And then it ripped more, and so I was just finishing that up with some thread that I had left over. This is how much I have now, so I'll be using the rest to stitch this little piece. But the thread is left over from when I was doing my jeans, and I had finished this side. I didn't finish this side, but I did finish the bottoms. And I'll probably finish them now. I'll probably finish them like within a couple of months or so. Because it's not really a lot to do. It's just a matter of doing it. But now, I think it's something I had liked doing before, and I stopped to deal with a bunch of nonsense. So, yesterday, I was showing that I was cleaning up the room, basically packing up all of the things I bought, all of the things I bought to do my videos with, makeup tutorial, nail tutorial, hair tutorial, dressing a certain way in the videos, and all that kind of stuff. When I finally realized with these tent videos that, first of all, makeup is not me. Now, I've worn makeup, like I said, in the past. I don't mind skincare at all because I've done skincare a lot, being that, according to my other videos, clearly I have problematic skin. However, I am not one for a lot of makeup. I'm not one for primers and blushes and creams and foundations and contours and all that other stuff. That's just never been me. I've never cared for it. I've never done it. And to turn around and do it because I thought it would help my channel, and for people to be drawn to my channel, when in doing that, no one was drawn to it anyway. So I stopped doing it. And I also stopped doing my nails because although I used to get my nails done when I was in New York by professionals, I didn't do it all the time. I grew out my own nails. I always grew out my own nails. Even when I came out here, I had my own nails. And I grew them pretty decent, pretty long. But then stress and the health issues and everything else started making them break easy. And like I said, then I got to doing my videos and thought, oh, you know what? Yeah, now I can put these out, these videos, and, teach myself to do these acrylics and all sort of stuff. And the thing about it is, although I like doing it, I don't like doing it all the time. I don't want to do my nails all the time. I want to let my natural nails grow. And I don't want to do makeup all over my face when I'm trying to clear my skin up. And I don't have the money to get expensive makeups that won't cause clogged pores and things like that. Um, I don't like scrubbing the stuff off my face, even with the micellar water, where I wouldn't really have to scrub, but I still have to rub it off, and it irritates my skin from the rubbing, not from the micellar water. Like, there's things I'm doing damaging myself to try to put out some videos about something that has nothing to do with makeup, nails, or hair. Mental illness is a real thing. Narcissism is a real thing. People go through a lot of trauma. People go through a lot of grief. And me putting those videos out of all that other stuff didn't get my point across. And nobody, like I said, was listening. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a damn. Another thing I did, and I am repenting for it now, is I let go of the hand of God because I was angry. I've been angry for quite some time, but I just realized not too long ago that why am I doing that? Why am I still sitting up here trying to explain to somebody what they did to me many years ago, what they're still doing to me today, what they've done to my children, what they've ruined in my life, when I know for a fact they don't care? Why am I trying to force this? And I've been through it. That was the preparation. Me dealing with my youngest son's father was the preparation for having to deal with another narcissist. Going through that situation should have taught me, hey, none of that matters to a narcissist. You can talk to your blue in the face. But I think that it's because it's my mother. I think that it's because it's somebody I thought or think should give a damn about me. And I should have known better because I knew from when I was younger how this person felt about me. It's not like this is brand new information. This has always been how this person has treated me. So for me to act like, oh, you know what, maybe it's not, or maybe I can, get them to see what they're doing and they'll stop and all this other nonsense. Like, I should know better. I know narcissists don't see what they're doing. They don't stop. They pretend they care. They pretend like they've changed. They think everything should go back to normal once you say, okay, this is what you did. And they say, okay, yeah, you know what, you caught me out there. All right, my bad, I'm sorry. And then they go right back to doing whatever it is they do and act like everything is good and all that kind of stuff. And then I, being who I am, usually let that happen every single time. I let them get away with it every single time. Oh, okay, let me continue to help you get to where you're supposed to be. No, you know what? If you want it to be where you're supposed to be, you're grown. You'll get there. I'm too old to be continuing living my life this way where I feel like I have to keep helping other people. And then something was said. I was talking about me, and when I was done talking about me, the person said, okay, well, the same person, oh, well, is that my lesson for today or whatever the hell they said? But it was a sarcastic, who gives a damn? And is this another teaching moment and all this kind of thing? And from then, you know what? I still kept talking, and then it dawned on me. Shut up. That's what dawned on me. Shut up. Shut up talking to this person. What are you talking to this person for? When you know damn well they don't care what you're going through. So when they ask you, are you okay? Don't answer that question with a, no, this is happening, that's happening, this, that, and the third. What are you talking to that person for? You know damn well they're not asking you that question because they give a damn. They're asking that question because, hey, it's just making sure you're not going to kill me later or something, or you don't have the idea to die in my house. That's what that is. You're not going to try to commit suicide in my garage or anything. That's what that is. That's not, are you okay for real? Like, I care and I love you and I want to make sure you're all right. It's not that. And it'll never be that. And I needed to get that through my thick skull. But what I allowed people in my life to do is to make me feel guilty for things I shouldn't be feeling guilty about. I gave up God because I thought, hey, you're letting these people do these things to me and you're not checking them. And therefore you don't exist, because if you did, you would see this and you would see how much it's damaging me and you would stop them. But it's not him. It has nothing to do with God. It has everything to do with the person. I'm blaming the wrong person. I'm putting the blame in the wrong place. The blame needs to be held by the people doing the thing, not God. God has nothing to do with that. God gave free will. I have it. I have the right to stop believing in it. I listen to people who are wicked say they believe in God and they have that right. And you know what? There's nothing I should be able to do about that. And I don't want to do anything about that because it's not my place. What I do want to do, though, however, is make sure I'm good. And I haven't been making sure I'm good for quite some time. I've been making sure everybody else is comfortable around me, doesn't feel threatened by me. If they need my help for anything, I'm willing to jump up and help regardless of how they treated me. And you know what? I need to stop that because I don't owe anybody anything. On this earth, I don't owe not one human being on this earth a thing. I help because I want to. And then, you know what? I decide to take away my help when I feel like it's no longer being not so much reciprocated because I'm not doing it for reciprocation, but it's no longer being acknowledged. They don't care, like, okay, yeah, so you did that. Oh, well, I'm still going to treat you like crap. And that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. I'm not asking anybody to bow down and praise me and, oh, you did such a wonderful job and, oh, thank you so very much. But I am asking that person to be more compassionate towards me when they know I'm going through things. I am asking people to do that much. You don't have to do a damn thing for me, but at least acknowledge, hey, you know what? I appreciate what you've done for me, and I'm sorry you're going through these things. And seriously, if you ever need to talk, I will listen. I will listen. Honestly, I won't talk back bad about you. I won't talk behind your back. I won't tell everybody your business. I won't, disregard it like it doesn't matter. That's what I want. That's what I want. And I know I'm never going to have that. So, what I need to do is tend to God. Go back to God. You know what I'm saying? When I say tend to God, that's exactly what I mean. Go back to asking Him for help. How about that? Go back to letting my real Father, God, do what He does best. Take care of His children. I need to stop expecting someone else to want to do that who's never wanted to do that. Some people aren't meant to be parents. They just happen to have children. And some people who were meant to have children and be parents get told, hey, you can't have your own. Or you can have your own, but you can't keep them. There's plenty of people out there who can't have children, on their own. And they get these foster babies. And they treat these foster babies like crap. That's what they do. They treat them like crap. They abuse them. They do all kinds of wickedness. And later on, they give them back to the parent. Or the parents find them if they want. And find out how much damage has been done. But it's too late. And I have to stop trying to fix a problem I didn't have anything to do with from the beginning. Outside of the fact that my foolish behind decided to believe in men who said they cared. And that's the mistake I made. I didn't make a mistake in having my children. But I did make a mistake in the men I choose to have them with. And now for that is the reason I believe I feel guilty. I believe that's what makes me feel like I have to continuously concern myself about whether or not my children, grown as they are okay. But you know what? Me worrying about them has never changed anything that they do. Some of them still go to jail. Some of them still sleep around. Some of them go to doing things that they know is physically harmful for their health, that they've seen me suffer. But that's not my choice to deal with that. Some of them even completely 100% ignore me based on the fact that they believe others. And so it's like, you know what? Why am I still fighting about that? Why am I still fighting about trying to be there for everyone who does not want me there? And even if they did want me there, they're not going to acknowledge that they want me there because it's only but so much that they want from me. And I don't have that to give now. Now, if I had it to give, trust me, my kids would be so much more interested in me. And even when I do have it to give, I won't have any problem taking care of them, giving them something. Not so much taking care of them, but if they need something. That's what parents are supposed to want to do. My children fall on hard times. You want to help them willingly, and I would want to help them. But I'm not supposed to or have to go above and beyond causing myself to be ill to make sure that they have things that they know they should already have based on the fact they're adults. The same thing goes for my mother. I shouldn't have to keep on teaching you things that you personally will never learn because you don't want to learn them. It's a burden to you. And you're only going to show temporary interest until, hey, okay, I looked into what you asked me to look into, I read what you asked me to read, but now something more important came up about what I want to do, and hey, what you were talking about really doesn't hold any weight now. So what? I treated you mean? Get over it. You'll be all right. And it's that kind of attitude. So what? I treated your kids like crap. Get over it. You'll be all right. You know. If you talk to me about it, I'm going to complain. Oh, was this another lesson? And da 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 da. Now I won't talk at all. And now you're wondering, hey, you all right? No, I'm perfectly fine. But I learned my lesson. That's the thing. I learned my lessons. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to learn your lesson. Don't ever let anybody take you away from God based on the fact that they're doing you wickedness. God has nothing to do with the fact that they're doing you wickedness. That's them doing it. And to punish God, which you're not really doing, but to turn your back on Him because other people are treating you like crap. Now that's wrong. That's wrong. It's wrong in every sense of the word. God didn't do anything wrong. Jesus didn't do anything wrong. People in your life, human beings, did something wrong. So, human beings are the ones you have to leave alone. Now, I'm going to love my children regardless. For the rest of their lives, regardless of how they feel about me, regardless of what they do or don't do, regardless of what they accomplish or don't accomplish, regardless, because they're my children, and that's how I feel. I love them. But I'm going to stop trying to pay for something I never did. I'm going to stop trying to make amends for something I never did. I'm going to stop trying to bend over backwards to ask for forgiveness for something I don't need to be forgiven for. I'm just going to be. And if they want to be in my life, and they want to talk to me, and they want to share good news, fine. If they want to drag me down, if they want to cause me stress, that's not fine. It's not acceptable. I don't accept it. And that's the end of that. Period. Seriously, that's the end of that. So, now this is what's going on. I am living my life. I am clearing up all of this stuff to get out of my way so that I can do what I'm supposed to be doing, which is making me healthy, making me happy for real this time, instead of just saying it all the damn time. Oh, I'm happy. I wasn't happy. It's freaking miserable. I don't have love in my life, but I'm a loving person. What kind of life is that? I don't have someone in my life who gives a damn about me at all. What kind of bullshit life is that? You can't live like that when you're a loving person. It doesn't work that way. So, I've decided that how it is going to work is how it's, like I said, what I'm doing now. Getting rid of all this stuff that had nothing to do with me and everything to do with everybody else that I thought I was helping. So, I still love my tent. It was so sticky from the from the tape. That Gorilla Glue did everything, stuck everything, but where it was supposed to stick. But thank goodness it doesn't rip my tent. And then maybe, hey, maybe it's a seal that I didn't even know I was doing. Maybe it sealed it. Who knows? All I know is, okay, I've fixed the stitching. Um, yeah, this stuff here on the bottom, for whatever reason, I don't know what this is. It's clean. I washed it in the washing machine. But this stuff, it's just really embedded. It's not coming out. I'm trying to think. Maybe I can scratch it out or something. Maybe I have to scrub it like on with a brush. Maybe that'll work. But then again, it's the bottom of the tank, so I'm not really tripping. It's not supposed to be pretty and clean on the bottom of the tent. But it went through the wash just like a jean jacket. What tape I can get off. Little pieces here and there. Still taking that off. And yeah, that's it. Now I will do something that I wasn't planning on doing. I am going to apologize for the way I've been treating my nephew because he has been giving me rides the places I need to go. And I have been quite mean to him. I mean, I was mean to him for a reason. I was mean because she not only, like I said, triangulates. That's what narcissists do, which is basically treat one person one way or your children, which are her grandkids. So treat them one way, but I'm seeing it, and then treat him in my face a certain way, then I'm seeing it, and that's how they do this whole triangulation thing. And I think I mentioned that on a video, but it wasn't for this, it was for my children on my Facebook page. But they basically do it because they feel like, well, you're going to vie for my attention because now I no longer need you. I'm going to make you see that I no longer need you. And because of that, now you can feel a certain way. And then you're going to try to strive to get my attention. And in doing so, she's putting a rift between me and my nephew because of that. Now, what I'm going to do is apologize to my nephew because even though I know that he had a hidden agenda when he came here. That's really none of my business. My business is how is he treating me? And yes, he wasn't cleaning up behind himself properly. Yes, he messed up my stuff. But it was only one thing. And well, actually, he might have cracked some other stuff. But yeah, it's water under the bridge. My point is, he's been giving me rides. That's basically all he's had to do for me. He hasn't done anything else. But he's been giving me rides when I have to go places. And I mean, it's not like I have a choice. I can't walk there anymore like I used to. But I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. Um, but I let everything else stress me for so long that I got kind of away from all of that, where I was helping myself get better, and then I just stopped. I stopped to focus on everything else everybody else was doing, and it all started when they had to do these teeth. When they had to remove these teeth. I don't know. I just fell into this slump in this trap. The depression got worse, and everything else just happened, and it just got out of hand from there. But at this point in time, I'm going to apologize to him for how I treated him. If he needs help and that's why he's here, then he needs help and that's why he's here. Period. If he needs to be around family for whatever reason, then he needs to be around family. I don't have anything really, honestly, that I can offer other than conversation, and he doesn't really do too much talking about himself. So that's why I was thrown like, how are you saying you need to be around family, but you don't want to talk, So that's the kind of stuff that bothers me. But, yeah, so outside of that, it no longer bothers me. What he does is what he does. He's a grown man. My stuff is safe. It's all in my room and all packed away. So I don't have that complaint. What else he does, whatever else he does around this house is none of my business. The only thing I have an issue with is cleanliness and For me to have to keep taking a shower in a shower he's using as well is the only problem I have because stuff is getting on the shower curtain. So that's the only issue I have. But I wash with alcohol um, cloths. You know, my cloths have been soaking in alcohol and in hydrogen peroxide. And that's what I use to wash my body. So that no longer needs to be a complaint either. And when I say wash my body, I mean I go in the shower. But because whatever, it's none of everybody's business. I'm just okay. So other than that, I want to put my tent up again, but I want to put it up somewhere else. I also want to wait until I have a proper tarp that not only does not absorb water, but will cover way beyond just the area of where this backdrop, which is not a tarp, of course. This is what I was just using, but something that expands out further. And what I did discover is I do believe the shower curtain itself does. And so I think I'm going to go and buy a shower curtain. And if need be, I'll buy two. But I do believe that that should be good enough. And I'm going to just get a cheap shower curtain. And I'm going to put that up. And see whether or not. And even if I have to get three, like let's say that they're on, you know, I can get one for $1, right? I can uh, drape, you know, or even stitch, but I probably wouldn't stitch because that's going to take a long time. I don't have a sewing machine that would take a long time to stitch a curtain that long. But anyway, there's a way. There's a way for me to do a lot of things. And so I will still use guidelines. Oh, excuse me, my stomach's growling. I will still use guidelines and just, fix it like that so that it's not getting any rain underneath because I really don't feel like doing the whole taping the plastic thing again. I found some plastic that I can use on the inside, but I really don't feel like taping up the entire thing like I did before because that's a lot of work. And also now if I'm not going to use the backdrop as a tarp anymore, I could also use that on the inside. But what I need to mostly do is to be sure that I avoid any mold and mildew and smells. Being that this is not a tent that's up off the ground, that might be the only issue that I have. And that is really the only issue that I've been having is just water getting underneath, getting inside, and trying to avoid that. Now, the last times that I was using it, because I did put the plastic, tape it around, and all that, it was much less water, but I did discover water still did get on the inside from prior to putting the plastic right and the tape around. And so this time it's dry. I want to put it back out there. I have to pick a day when it's not going to rain, put it back out there, and really fix it the right way. Really put a strong enough plastic that's not going to just rip or anything like that or tear. And so if I can find a thick shower curtain, because I can't afford actual real tarp or real guidelines and all that, so I have to make these things. With the shower curtain, the reason that sounds a lot better is because I do believe it should be longer than what I'm using here. So it should expand out further. And that's the main thing. Is this once it expands out further, then the ground it's almost like being under an umbrella. The tent will be like under an umbrella, you know. But the fact that the ground itself absorbs water, that's the problem. So I'll still have to find a way to keep the water from getting on the inside of the tent at all. And that's where another shower curtain might benefit. So what I'm going to buy is tape, shower curtains, and That's it. That should help with my situation as far as setting up my tent again. Oh, well, it's time for me to pray. I've gone back to, like I said, studying my Bible and things of that nature, so it's time for me to pray now. And I'm also going to be changing the name of my YouTube channel and starting afresh with channels as long as however long I'm able to speak. So, right now, my camera on my phone until I can eventually get my camcorder plugged fixed. Right now, the camera on my phone holds a capacity of about 50 minutes. So my videos will be between 30 minutes, sometimes shorter, but I'm not going to regulate anymore. I'm just going to talk about what I need to talk about and call it a day. But my main focus at this point now is I will be meeting a pastor soon, so I'm going, I have to call him, Pastor John, at a church that's only about 10 minutes by bike from here, but I'll be walking, and it's 59 minutes by walking. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. And so, for me personally, it'll be longer. But I've walked to the supermarket and back before, which is the reason why I said I want to get back to walking. And maybe I'll even get baptized by Pastor John at their church. I've looked at it online. I've seen it on Facebook, basically. I like what I've seen. And so, therefore, I'm liable to be going there. Just some things have happened that make me believe that, once again, I told you I get led to doing things. Just like I got led to being in this tent in the first place as a place for solace and peace of mind. And so I think in continuing on that, now getting rid of all the stuff that I thought would make my channel popular, didn't, because what should be making my channel popular is the actual content that I'm talking about, which is mental health and narcissism, and having mental health and dealing with narcissism, and having, a normal mind and dealing with narcissism, whatever. But just basically, that's the premise of my channel, and I'm not going to dress it up anymore with things that personally I'm not used to, I'm not comfortable continuing to do, I'm not willing to continue to damage myself in doing them, and so therefore, that's the end of that. No more nail tutorial, face makeup tutorial, or hair tutorials, because right now I'm in a humble space, which is the reason why, like I said, everything's being packed up and put away, because it's no longer needed right now. Maybe in the future, when I feel like being my teenage self again, young adult self again, or child like self, I'll go back to doing a few of those things. But right now, I have more important things to talk about, more important things to do. And if people out there want to listen, they will. I'm not coming on to the camera anymore, trying to impress with all those material things and false things. Right now, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to continue to grow out my own natural nails as I used to. My hair, I'm going to grow that out, so no wigs, no dyes. I'm about to be 49, and if I do any of those things, like I said, later on, it's because I want to, because I'm happy and I feel like it, and that'll be the reason it gets done. My foot is beginning to swell up from the edema. I need to chill for today. I'm not going to do as much as I was doing. I was going to take apart the bike yesterday. I didn't get around to doing that. Then I was going to take apart the bike today, and I still didn't get around to doing that. And that's a good thing, because now I see I need to go to Dollar General and get, like I said, the shower curtain and the tape to fix my tent the rest of the way. Get it functioning the way I want it functioning, so I can be comfortable and be in it more often. I took out the plug because I will no longer be using electricity inside the tent. So there will be no more lights um, inside the tent past a certain time. So the only thing I'll need is just uh, I'll just need the flashlight. That's it. But I'll be discussing these things, and the journey will be a little bit different, but much better for me. And anybody wanting to come along, fine, no problem. I'm not going to ask anybody to comment or like or subscribe anymore, because I see that that's really just something people say when I guess they need the money or whatever. Not to say I don't need money, because I do, but I have another source that I'm going to go to get that. So this is just my personal therapy until I have a therapist, and then me trying to help others while I'm helping myself, and that's that. And for that, I don't need to do all the bells and whistles and jump through hoops. All right, so thanks guys for watching, and that's it. Later.